Welcome back, everyone. Today we're gonna vlog a little recovery hike in one of Santa Cruz's secret and wonderful hidden places near my home. So not making it out on a ride today because the baby won't sleep, so when in doubt you take the baby for a little nap walk, and we're just starting, so he's not nodded off yet, but he has graced us with silence for the most part for the opening part of the video. So anyway, I'll show you this nice little walk and talk a little bit about the benefits of walking and how it's a nice way for active recovery on days where you don't get out on the bike. So we're starting off at the New Brighton Beach parking area, and there's a little trail that leads up to the campground. I never hung out at the campground because I always lived in this town, and then I moved right near here and started walking in this area. And it is one of the most beautiful campgrounds with a very minor yet wonderful trail network that I've ever been to. So pleasant surprise to discover after 40 years of living in Santa Cruz, aka my whole life. Well, baby's asleep. That didn't take long. You see what I mean? It's pretty nice here. Part of this walk is paved, but there's a lot of trail, and the paved part's really nice and scenic too. And I love seeing people on their vacations in the spot that I live basically right next door to. And I think about how they probably dream of the time to get away, to come here and enjoy. I'm gonna take you on a little detour to this super scenic picnic area now. A little bit windy. Yeah, the forests in Santa Cruz are predominantly oak and redwood, and those are beautiful forests. But this area has a lot of cypress and pine, which are some of my favorite type of trees. So you have this forest feel. It's very meadowy here. And then the mighty blue Pacific Ocean. Some beautiful cliffs off in the distance. So if you take the full route of the campground, and before you start to take the camp loop back, you come to this small road. It says authorized vehicles only, and you keep walking on that, and it pops you out into a pretty nice neighborhood, which goes for a little ways and then leads to a fire road with a big gate. And here we are. And this trail looks like a big fire road initially, but at the top it goes down, and then up the top of that little rise it narrows down to a very fine little single track. And I think you can bicycle here legally as well. I haven't done that yet, but that is on the list of things to do. But I've discovered this recently, and I've been hiking here when the baby needs a nap, and it's really quite lovely. Currently, I'm not on a schedule. I ride when I can, and when I've been getting decent rest, I go hard, but a lot of times I'm just going out for the sake of going out. But I try and stay active, and walking is a great way to be active when I can't ride. And walking's a nice thing to keep the legs loose when you're feeling a little stiff and needing to recover as well. Now, it can be detrimental if you're on a schedule and if you're trying to achieve certain goals. However, even cyclists who have those type of goals always have an off season. Walking and hiking is a really wonderful way to keep the legs moving, keep the spine upright, have circulation, have good mental health, and also work some different muscles in your legs, especially walking steep hills helps keep your hamstrings stronger than riding your bike up steep hills, which tends to work the quads more. So I'm a big advocate for walking as a form of relaxation, circulation, and cross training. So if you didn't get to go out for a ride today, maybe do a little quick walk. If you're ever feeling really stagnant, not sure what to do, put your shoes on, just walk around the block. There's some really good studies that show the brain chemistry changes after just a 15 or 20-minute walk. So really good, not just for your body, but to get out of a bad headspace as well. This meadow's getting a little drier every day. Still somewhat green, still a few flowers. Really pretty nonetheless. It was super green just a few weeks ago. So you walk through that meadow for quite a ways, but then you cross the railroad tracks again and pop out into a much more jungly type setting. This is some pretty thick oak, but then we've got another pine forest kind of mixed in with it, and a beautiful ocean bluff to look forward to in just a moment. One of the reasons why I started this vlog is to just encourage people to keep exploring, keep finding new places. I have lived here and done a lot of hiking for my whole life, 40 years. And I only just found this a couple months ago. It's amazing. You know, it's not the longest walk, and it's not the hilliest, and it's, you know, there's other, if you were to ask me, you know, like what's the most amazing hike to do in Santa Cruz, I wouldn't send you here. But if you were to ask me what's a really nice walk to do, what's lovely, hidden, tucked away, I would definitely suggest this amongst many other places locally. And I'm just always touched and tickled to keep exploring, keep being kind of a tourist in my own town, and continue to find hidden gems and new takes on old routes to keep everything fun and fresh. You know, when you just go hard all the time, don't look around, do the same routes, don't have variety, the joy can get sucked right out of these activities that we like to do, spending time in nature. And it's good to remind ourselves that there's a reason why we're not on a stationary bike, just beating our head against the wall. It's beautiful out here, and we should always keep exploring and seeing the same old things through new eyes. You know, there's a saying in the Eastern philosophy that it's never the same river twice. You know, the seasons change, little subtle things change. You see animals that you maybe have never seen before in a place you've been many times. There's always these wonderful little subtle changes to marvel at. And having said all that, I'm gonna put the phone away and see if I can do that myself right now. And here we are, popping out at the end of the trail. Some nice woods and a beautiful ocean view. It's good color in the water. I'm not sure if the camera is picking it up, but the coastal water is that nice turquoise color, which is actually a symptom of the plankton count in the local water. Nice bunny rabbit we have here. Little cottontail running back into the bushes. And there's an extra trail that goes down to the beach. However, it does get quite steep, and it is not recommended for anyone who does not have certain rock climber abilities. Certainly not recommended to a dad with a 1-year-old strapped to his chest. And we continue to loop around, and we're gonna end up back where we came and go back through the campground. There's still these hidden ocean views, very, very tropical feeling, extra little side paths. On a day that was mostly blue sky, it's turning into a bit of a balmy, hazy day, but it feels good being out here, moving through the air, working up a little bit of sweat. All right, quick public service announcement. There is quite a bit of this bush called poison oak. If you're not familiar with it, or familiar, it's a 3-leafed, often shiny plant that will give you a rash. And then the good news is that this is called mullein, or perhaps mugwort. Not sure what this plant is named, but this plant here has amazing smells. So you can pick a little bit, squeeze it between your fingers, give it a whiff, and really nice to perk you up, especially if you're starting to feel fatigued at the end of your journey. Anyway, watch out for that poison oak. If you do touch it to your bare skin, I would recommend a cold rinse. If you're near the ocean, jump in the ocean, cold shower, cold bath when you get home, and then washing with special soaps is good as well. It can give you quite the rash, and I've definitely bumped into people from other countries that are not familiar with it, hiking, having a fantastic time, walking through thick amounts of it and having no idea. So anyhow, couple tips from your Uncle Gabriel. We're wrapping this one up pretty soon, so almost done here. And just like that, we are back. Thanks so much for joining today and for watching. Please share with your friends and consider having a little bit of time to walk in the off season and or short walks in between rides for some active recovery. I'm gonna post a Strava link to this hike so you can come and explore for yourself if you want to check it out. I'm giving cycle tours and outdoor classes this summer in my hometown of Santa Cruz, and there'll be links for that in the description as well. So more soon with vlogs, reviews, some stretching routines, and healthy food. I'll be looking forward to that and wishing you all a wonderful rest of your day.